Are we prepared?
Are you?
I don't know.
Yeah, I did mic check. We're good.
Have you checked all of mics?
How did we start?
Yes, actually.
Okay.
Yours was you were the only. What?
We had just come up from trying to fight the thing.
You're the only one who wasn't talking. So now
The guy who was walking around.
I can see how.
The guy who grabbed us when we were unconscious and was like setting us up to, I don't know, sacrifice us or something.
You guys ran away
we fought
and
him,
went to bed.
Ran away.
Yes.
You two got money, which we'll say because, for the sake of making things easier, you all got money. You all got your money.
Mm-hmm. We all got small loans.
Yeah.
$1 million.
And then that was really it that we actually did. So nothing too much that we have to recap or anything like that. But so I guess the recap's done. You guys just did it, so
yeah.
All right. You guys are awake, and you've got money.
Are we going to get healed?
No. We'll not redo all that. It seems kind of redundant to have to go through all that again.
Okay.
Are we healed then?
Yes, you guys are healed because you went to a hospital on board and had the robotic surgeon stitch you up.
For people that are listening and don't know what the hell is happening, we started a game last week, but the heat was off and people were trying to work on that. So we just kind of decided after like a few minutes to not do an episode, and that's why there's no episode the week that we're recording this.
I have a 3-day weekend here, so I'm going to try my best to see if I can eke out an episode before that 3-day weekend is over. So I might be able to do it Monday night.
Hey,
we'll see what happens.
It might be. There
we'll
might
see.
be episode.
We will see. But yes, you guys have plenty of time to do anything that you want to do, unless you guys want to just get right down to it and first thing in the morning go down there and start kicking and punching your way towards a spooky dude.
Or
I have an
actually
idea.
get more weapons and stuff like that. But anyway,
hey, Hunter. I'm gonna turn on my little radio thing.
Okay.
Hunter, do you have like a list of shops that were on the ship?
There's a lot of stores on the ship. Basically anything that you would need could be found on the ship, although to varying quality and the like. As far as I assume you're talking about equipment, all of that is going to be down in the middle class area of the ship. So when you're down there, yeah, the shops and things like that will be down there.
Okay.
I'm just going to say, I don't know that better weapons are going to help us against this guy.
I was thinking about throwing in a fire grenade into the room and locking the door. And then fire seemed to work against him.
I'm going to say, I don't think it did.
to be fair, here's the thing.
You hit him
blew
with
off his
fire.
head.
You hit him with fire, and he literally ignored it and grappled me and set me on fire.
But
I think Fish has a valid point.
And
That's
also,
true.
you
And then you
blew
blasted
off
off his head, and he didn't stop.
okay.
What if you threw,
How about
what if you
this?
threw a grenade down him?
That'd be cool. I like that idea.
Put
But
slam dunk a grenade.
I have an idea.
Oh no.
We buy a net,
Okay.
and then we get them, and we just yeet them out an airlock.
Do you know where there are any airlocks?
I'm
Hunter?
pretty sure you know.
Do you know where airlocks are?
I'm pretty sure Nate knows.
Yeah. So Hunter can explain to you where some airlocks are. There's lots of them throughout the ship for different purposes and stuff like that.
The closest
You guys
one-
also do have a map.
Yes.
Oh, it's been quite a while.
I don't think it had
And
the details.
It
for
doesn't.
that
It
level
doesn't
of
have
stuff,
it doesn't have small details. However, this is a large enough ship that there's more or less a small docking station where if a small enough ship could land inside of, if you wanted anything to just be out of that ship, you could potentially go there and just clear out an entire huge room.
We should get the iron boots from Legend of Zelda, and then go down there and throw them out an airlock.
I
What?
still say we should slam dunk a grenade inside.
It's a video game.
So, if we're not going to, just because of curiosity, if we do end up going down to the middle of the floor again, we definitely will need to make sure we're obviously we know he's down there, but we didn't check out the other area where Hunter said that there was it was an agricultural area, right?
Yeah, it's essentially the more or less the two halves that you guys went to was an industrial half of the middle class section, which is mainly the creation of things and the servicing of the actual ship itself. And then the other half is more or less like a small city that surrounds an extremely large garden that provides a certain amount of atmosphere and air for the people that live in that section. It's a little bit, it's non-filtered, non-Fiji air, so unlike the stuff that you guys get up in the upper class stuff where it's bottled in glass bottles and things.
That has chemicals sprayed into it for good measure.
Well, it helps reduce things. Okay, well actually, yeah, if you ask Hunter, he'll explain that it helps reduce excess radiation poisoning.
That makes sense.
And there's basically it's just like all of the snake oil salesman type stuff gets put into the air up here that makes all of the higher class people believe that they're getting better air than those that get it from just straight growing plants.
Is it fluoridated?
I don't know
I'm
if it would be
joking.
that.
So, back on the topic of our friend downstairs or wherever it was. Is it down?
It is down, but it's not just downstairs. It's down a ways.
It's
but,
down a ways.
yeah.
Or a
So,
little buddy down the stairs.
I like the airlock idea.
I have different ideas.
He really wanted and kept on.
Nate is like, I got great ideas. Just put me on the job. I got good ideas. What if we blow him up from the other side?
He really, really wanted the machete. He kept trying to focus on that, trying to get it from me.
Just throw
So
it
we
out.
get a magnet and get the machete with the magnet.
I will, without saying anything, look at the nearest bottle and use my gravity lift to pick up the bottle telekinetically and carry it over to myself.
That's cool too. We could do that. There's also grenades that I can do or buy or whatever, and they'll be sticky.
You say you can do that, but I don't think we can yet.
We just need a shop. Which is why I'm
Hunter
asking
chimes
Hunter.
in and asks you guys all to meet him up on the bridge of the ship because he's got some stuff to talk about, and it would be nice to have this conversation in one room.
Okay.
Okay.
I do believe that we are in our own room, they're in their own room, and we're all just on
on
comms.
the walkie-talkies.
Surprise!
The doors are open and you can see each other through the hall,
Hunter,
but you're
I'm not a cat.
okay. So
Zoom call.
yeah, you guys get up to the bridge. Hunter's turned it into a pseudo science lab. He's been doing some tests and things like that. And the first thing that he asks is if he can get access to your drone. He wants to take a look at what your drone saw.
Sure. I don't know how well it can help, but sure, take a look.
While he's essentially sifting through the footage of
He
what
just
you're,
jacks into it, just like
he takes it down and sets it down and kind of connects it to the ship itself, and he's scanning it.
Mhm.
There's no like display or anything like that because he doesn't need one, and all of you were there. So while he's doing that, he explains that something strange happened to the samples that all of you gave, the DNA samples that all of you gave, when the song went off, that made all of you pass out.
The DNA samples?
The
reacted
DNA
to it?
samples had a reaction to the song when it played.
I don't like that.
Yeah.
Most
I
true.
don't like that.
I don't like that at all.
Each cell, platelet of blood and everything like that, gave off essentially a magical radio wave that synced up with the music that was playing. And that was the reaction that it had. It happened when the music was playing, and that happened at the exact same time that all of you passed out.
Okay, I have a question.
Yes.
What do you think would happen if I switched all my blood?
You mean get
Like a
transfusion?
full-on blood transfusion.
Like, we just get all the bad blood out of there.
What if it's not just in the blood? What if it's also in the skin cells? And the
Yeah,
bone cells?
I don't think this is something that just the blood is
Okay.
doing. I think there's something with all of
Okay.
you that is resonating with whatever this song is when it plays.
You said magical, right?
I
Yeah.
kind of already got that I picked up on that, what he just said right there earlier with a mysticism check, I think,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. You've noticed, actually kind of both of you have been noticing that magic, when the song plays, there is a magical effect that is happening
It
as
seems
well.
to me that some sort of magic is affecting our DNA in some way, and that is probably why we fall asleep.
I have another idea, and that one is break every speaker on the ship.
I don't think that would work.
That would probably take your entire lifetime.
But you have little robots, we could give them, like, sticks or guns.
Yes, give the robots.
Well,
Because we have so many guns.
You have had a wonderful experience breaking things on the ship. You know that these robots physically can't do it. They could not pull it off.
They break themselves.
Probably.
Oh, I was about to say something.
And believe it or not, there's not an infinite number of them.
That's weird.
That's weird.
I mean, I am gonna say, did you not see all the broken robot bodies down in the mid-level?
Yeah, those ones seem to be they're different
These
from the
ones
ones up
were
here.
big.
The ones up here seem to be used mainly for like
Butler services?
butler type services and stuff like that. They're free anybody butler. The stuff
I
downstairs
love
looked
when
like
my
it.
butler makes the dial-up sound.
Yeah, the stuff downstairs, like the stuff on the lower levels, seems to be more utilitarian in its design. It's got like, those look like they could haul stuff if they wanted to.
2 questions. Does my moat still have the green glow?
Yes,
The
your
effect on
moat is still got a bit of a green glow to it.
Okay.
It's faded, but it's not as strong as it was.
I want to show it to Hunter and say, did the effect look anything like this? Does this seem at all similar to the effect that was on our cells?
He goes, one moment. Can he physically touch it? I don't know much
I
about
believe so.
Okay. He'll ask, we'll say that he
Yeah.
can. He takes your stellar mote and brings it over to some devices and starts taking a look at it. And he's saying, like, if I had more time to spend with it, I could get you a definitive answer. But from a cursory look, I would say it's not the exact same, but it is also giving off a similar sort of the blood samples that you gave when the song started, this is how he describes it. The radio frequency that was coming out was carrying along with it some sort of magical force, and your blood was responding by emanating another magical force that matched the same wavelength. Your moat is currently giving off a similar kind of magical wavelength.
But
it's not...
It's at a different wavelength?
If he had more time, he would be able to tell you, but it is giving off a wavelength like your cells were, but unlike your cells, it's not matching up with anything because there's nothing happening right now.
Okay.
So it's just emanating whatever this magic is, your moat is currently emanating a portion of it. Or something similar. What was that?
So nobody hears my screams.
Yeah, nobody hears your screams.
You were just talking, all of a sudden, Techno just says that. We all stop and look.
All except that.
Are you okay?
He has been walking around.
Been sleepwalking.
I
don't know what's more disconcerting.
Did anything happen to all of you?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
We should probably tell him about the guy.
What, can't we just show him?
He's seen the guy.
Yeah.
He's seen what the drone saw.
Okay.
And more or less the drone was hit right after all of you fell asleep. The drone was hit and then didn't reactivate until after you had picked up and activated it during the fight. So everything to that point on, he's seen. But he was asking what happened to you guys in particular. Because remember, he doesn't actually have eyes down there.
Okay, so when we woke up, like when we heard someone was coming. We didn't see anyone. Then the music played and we passed out.
Mm-hmm.
When we woke up, me, Nade, and Ace were all in a room with a black box. I think it's the artifact thing.
Yeah,
And
yes. That was what was reported to have been picked up. If I remember correctly, there was a bit of a dispute as to whether or not we should keep it on board.
Yeah, Nade was pinned to the wall with a piece of rebar, I think.
That would explain the hospital.
Ace was cut up and hung upside down. I was stabbed in the leg with a machete. So, I pulled out the machete. Nade shot the rebar off of the wall and pulled her arm off. Ace got himself down, and we started fighting this thing. He was regenerating, and we weren't doing any damage. I can see. He was really, really after the machete. And so after a bit, when we realized that we weren't doing anything like serious to him, we ran.
Well, first off, I would say you made the right decision in getting out of there. The machete, you mentioned that he wanted the machete.
Yes.
And I can see that he is going for it. It looks... Did any of you notice the fact that everything that he's wearing is extremely old?
No.
Well, everything that he's wearing is extremely old.
I noticed that he was wearing a welding helmet, but that's all I can tell.
A welding helmet from darn near millennia ago.
I was a little preoccupied with the holes in my right hand.
I can understand having priorities on something else.
I came in a little late. So.
We'll get to you.
That sounds vaguely threatening.
It is.
Maybe it is.
Well, there's apparently more than one of you in there, so...
The machete seems just as old as him. And if I remember correctly, the reports about the box said that the material was also extremely old. And it was found just floating out in space. So there's potential that maybe he was in the box, or maybe because of the material it hid our scans.
Well, that's uncomfortable.
the other thing is, you, Techno, you weren't there. What happened with you?
I woke up in a container. Apparently, I had gotten up in my sleep.
Yes. And then, did you call me right after that?
Yes.
Okay. That's the second time that's happened.
Indeed.
Should we start tying you up every time we go to sleep?
I mean, in this case, I don't see any harm in it.
This might sound extremely invasive, but...
I mean, you took our DNA. How much more invasive are you going to get?
Well, for Techno, would you mind if I backed up all of your files? Made copies and had them on the ship?
I suppose not.
Okay.
That sounds super weird.
Although-
I don't know.
Although, I don't have access to many of my files. But what I can, I suppose.
Okay. That shouldn't be how that works.
Indeed. I mean, as far as all of us go, our memory hasn't been working how it should.
True, but that should only affect memories. That to me, it sounds like what's going on with you is just physical parts of you are being hidden away from your own processing system.
Space Apple wants you to update to the new
Yeah.
iOS.
I have the little watermark activate
Yeah,
Windows.
yeah. You got an update pending.
It's just in the corner of my eye.
Oh gosh, that'd be so
He
good.
takes you over to a chair and has you sit down, and you all watch as basically Techno gets kind of opened up a little bit, different ports and stuff.
Look away.
He's exposed, and he plugs you into the ship, and he starts to copy files over.
Hey, Hunter, not that I want you to do this, but I'm, like, curious. Can you, like, control him like a Rock'em Sock'em robot?
He looks at you, and then turns his head back over to you and go, "If I had access to all of his files, then yes."
That's real fucked up, but cool.
But I don't, and I wouldn't want to.
Yeah, me neither.
I would like to. Ace is gonna actually kind of look a little bit closer and see like how this is going, but also want to ask Hunter: are you sure this is wise or safe to do so? To download files that.
Not at all.
Just
This,
as
to
a
me,
note-
from my perspective, this seems like I don't have a whole lot of options, and it's either I find some answers and try and help, or the whole ship explodes and I die.
Just as a note, Techno is a little more afraid of Nate now.
Words before.
I said a little more.
Techno. will
So
remember this.
currently, just to give you guys an idea, currently, your Ace's drone is connected to the ship. Techno is connected to the ship. Hunter's connected to the ship.
I'm in.
Yeah. And he's also searching through the footage from the drone. He brings up that you guys went to Isabel Chapman's office.
Yes.
And he asks, why'd you guys, or I guess Fish, why'd you go in there?
When I saw the office, I had some sort of emotional response. I don't remember anything specifically, but I kind of had angry feelings about it, and I don't know why. I was guessing, like, maybe it was my boss or a rival or a coworker. I went into the office and searched around and found. Do I still have the recording?
Yes,
Yeah.
you do.
I have this, and I'll give it to him.
Okay.
Hey, Hunter. Are you sure you don't remember us?
I think he would remember by
Well,
He would definitely remember you.
there was a lot of people aboard, and the majority of them, I would say I have some recollection of them.
But there's
So my memory works a little bit different than all of yours. I'm permanently connected to the ship itself. Basically, half of my entire processing power is handled by the ship. So anything like, if anybody's signed in on board, technically I do have memories of them. I technically do know them.
So you have records of this Isabella woman?
Yes. I also have memories that this specific body had with that person.
Do you...
The problem is that, I guess, relatively similar to Techno, it seems to be one way. I can get information from the information can be sent from me to the ship, but I can't get things back. I can get certain things, but like the cameras, I have access to some cameras on the ship that I can just see through, but other ones I just don't have access to.
Here's a question.
I want to sense
Or
motive.
not necessarily have access. Go ahead.
That is a natural one.
We'll use everything.
Well,
to be told.
Hey, at
You're
least we got
trying.
it
You're
on
trying to sense of. Yeah, you're trying to sense his motive. He's talking. He's talking like a person, but he's a robot. So you know that robots don't lie. Because every robot you've ever met that you can remember hasn't lied to you.
Yeah, but you
But
can't
I-
remember.
but
this.
As far as you know.
As far as you know,
So,
he seems as on the level as any other mechanical device.
so my question, and I want to sense motive on this, is that
Okay.
do you have any memories of someone named Truly Eternity?
No.
Nine.
Okay,
He seems as genuine as he's ever been, considering that he has no face.
Okay.
So
It's like that comic of the bean.
Yeah.
It looks so done.
I'm also gonna, since we're like revealing everything here, I am gonna talk to him about Willis.
Okay, the police officer
Yes,
that
that
they mentioned?
apparently was on the eternity.
Okay.
I'm gonna mention that like when we were in the security office before we got,
What do you want from him about this person?
I want to know if he knew anything about him being on board, or he could give an idea as to what.
He says, okay, so I might have at some point, especially if they had gone through proper channels and were actually on the ship. I would know of them. But as of right now, I don't. I don't know who that is. Isabel, I do know who that is. And I do have memories and I do have access to information about her. Mainly because she was kind of it was kind of a three people setup for the creation and upkeep, more or less, of the Eternity itself. There was Isabel, Dixon, and Francis Wilson. Dixon was Dixon Bajesi. Yes. Isabel was a science officer, but she was... What's the race? Tom, what's your race called?
Kasatha.
She was Kasatha. She was a well-renowned scientist, worked on like cutting-edge stuff, and was heavily involved with the combination of technology and magic. She was brought on board by Francis to help make the Eternity what it was. She was one of the core designers of it.
Do you know what she looked like specifically?
Um,
Do you have any visual memories of it, or is it all just information?
their visual memories would be the last time that this particular body saw her. If you're wondering, she doesn't look anything like you as far as Kasatha
Yeah,
go.
I assume that. I'm pretty sure I'm not her.
She
What a
didn't.
twist.
She did not have the same sort of cultural attachment to Kasatha aesthetics. So
Did she show her mouth?
no,
Okay.
but she wore clothing that was of her field, not of her culture, and I it's difficult for me, Travis, the DM, to describe what the character looks like, because to me, Kasatha don't have a huge amount of visual distinctions with
Yeah.
each other.
It's a little racist, Travis.
It is.
Hold on, is there like a big reason you don't show your mouth?
I literally like start to say something and they're like, "Oh no, I don't remember."
You do know why your race as a whole wouldn't show their mouth. You don't know if there's a particular reason why but you do have the information of like what your race is and what that kind of.
Yeah, it's
It's like the same thing that like Nade knows how to speak and read Orcish.
I get that. I'll just explain it this way. It's indecent, I guess, would be the best way to put it.
I mean, I guess those are the same things you give blowjobs with. I guess that makes sense.
I wanna
I guess.
say that came out of nowhere.
What I mean by that logic? Oh, I'm a whore for showing my hand.
I mean,
Anyway,
I
moving
guess.
on.
I mean, I guess.
I guess.
It's
Fish will look at all four hands and be like,
it's
Fish buys gloves.
hands in pockets.
yes, it's generally considered to be taboo within their culture. I wouldn't think about it too much.
Nah, it's kind of weird. Probably just because I'm a half orc, though.
I don't know what the name of a particular race is. Well,
Which
I can
one?
look it up. The wolf people.
Oh, okay.
Furry.
Basically, I forget what they're called.
I mean, there's a lot of races that are basically furries.
am I missing something?
Like Jesse.
Yeah.
Rude, but accurate.
Yeah, he is a Skaven.
Yeah. A little on the short side, but it's fine.
Skaven are short. Skaven are rat people.
Ratman.
Oh, I mean,
So anyway, do you have, like, directions to a gun shop, Hunter, down there?
How many times have you asked
He's-
this question?
No,
He's
I mean,
asked
like-
it a lot.
I've asked it a lot.
Okay.
But I mean, not up here. And
yeah. Also,
Specifically down there
uh,
where we are now, that we now have access.
if you wanted to find a gun store down there, you could easily do so.
Okay.
Because
I want us to go there to buy actual equipment. We have a shotgun with very limited ammunition now. And I don't know how much ammo is left in the two pistols. We also don't have a charging thing.
Which one do we have too?
You have.
Wait, do we have one or two?
you have one.
Yeah, we have one.
He has his
Even less ammo.
He's the one that has a gun.
Yeah, I also have magic though.
Yeah,
I'm
but
kinda
like the
drunk.
rest of us aren't magic. Well, she is.
Well, I mean, that's more reason to get it.
Yeah. We need
I
guns.
wasn't saying to
ammo.
discourage.
I'm looking for more for myself here. I do need a weapon of some kind. That's not so I'm not ramming my drone into people's heads.
Yeah, we need weapons and we need ammunition. I don't want to go fight that thing again with most of my ammunition gone with no way to get it back.
If
I
we
also want something
Okay.
bigger.
So, here's the thing.
you would want something bigger.
I don't think...
I
The,
was weirdly sexual.
Okay.
Coming from the person who just said...
Alright, so... the main... See, after first encountering that thing, even the situation we were in, I kind of feel comfortable going down there with what we got, and I think we can do something to it.
We can do something, but like I feel kind of...
I feel like more guns and more stuff will literally do nothing more than what happened before.
Well, I think
waste of ammo.
I think more so what Austin's trying to get at is the idea of not the first things first, get more equipment, but to have access to know a place down there to get equipment to at some point.
We also need armor. Armor would help us not get fucked up by that thing again.
Well, the main problem we had with it when we were down there was that we were unconscious. I feel like if we approach it, from a position of better advantage, it might be a little easier to deal with.
When we were conscious, though, it set you on fire.
Well, yeah, but that's because someone threw a Molotov cocktail onto a wall trying to grab me.
Hey, Hunter, I have
That
a
wasn't
question
even
for
me.
you.
That
Sure.
was the Mouseman.
I'm aware.
Yeah, Mouseman, why'd you do that?
I'm asking Hunter a question, actually. So, the time between the music playing,
Yes.
the first time that we were all knocked out, when we were in the in the upper area at the cafeteria,
Mm-hmm.
how long was it between that time and the previous time when we were down there in the mid-level?
That would have been, I think, 2 days.
Wait, what?
Between the first time that you guys heard the song and then the second time that you heard the song.
Okay.
No, when you guys passed out the first time, you had been passed out for 3 days.
Yeah.
And then the second time, you guys had only been out for a couple hours.
I'm just trying
There's potential that the reason why you didn't wake up sooner the first time was because someone wasn't mutilating you. Because Hunter had basically been watching over you guys while you passed out the first time.
The main thing I'm trying to figure out is how long has it been between those two intervals, and seeing if that might be the
roughly about 2 days.
okay, so that might be the quote unquote time window we have before the song plays again. It's random,
Maybe.
but
Valka, that's the name of the race that Dixon Bajesi is. They're basically like furry wolf people. He was an engineer. He was the person that maintained and worked on just about... He oversaw the maintaining and working on just about every mechanical thing on the ship.
Hey, Hunter,
Yes.
are there other ships on this ship?
Like flyable ones in space?
Yep.
No.
Fuck.
There are small vehicles that you can drive within the ship itself.
That's pretty cool. Can I get a
Do any of them have a cool gun on it?
Just drive through the fucking ship with like a
that's like the
A
Batman
cool
tumbler.
gun? I don't think so.
Maybe something
Just
like
like
There-
driving into the
you-
guy.
You could probably get something kitted out in the middle class area of the ship. You could get something kitted out probably. Up here there are vehicles, but they're a little bit more on the Segway side or the hoverboard like thing.
Yes.
They're very like, this is so I don't have to move my legs. Move you from one location to another. They're not very fast.
Could you imagine, though,
No.
a hoverboard with a gun taped to it?
Anyway,
100%.
I am. It looks stupid.
Damn.
All right. So I would like to present a plan of action,
Okay.
if that's all right.
sure.
I suggest we go down there, sneak down to where the guy is.
Sneak?
Yes, sneak.
Metal Gear.
We we keep some distance. We figure out where the nearest airlock is. We do what we need to do to grab the machete. I'll use my powers to try to get it from him, and we'll keep our distance. Once we get a hold of the machete, we'll lead him into the airlock, shut it, and launch him out of it.
Just him?
That was what I was thinking.
I mean, do we not want to get rid of
Should we do the artifact too?
I'm thinking, if at all possible, it might be best to get rid of that artifact as well. If you could get rid of both of them,
Here's
sure.
the thing.
This is something that I've noticed. I'm sorry for interrupting you,
That's fine.
but
Sorry.
But from everything that I can tell, it doesn't really seem like he is leaving that area. I have a feeling that potentially he can only go so far from the artifact. And you can consider this. I don't think this would necessarily have to do this, especially if you have got any other plans. But potentially you could make a distraction, lure him away from the box, and then move the box to the airlock.
I like this idea.
I also like.
I could volunteer to be the distraction.
I thought you were going to be the one moving the box with your special powers.
I mean, I could do that.
I could be a distraction. I'm a really good one.
Well, I was going to try to...
Any of you could be the distraction. Any of you could move it.
I was going to try to steal the machete, get him to chase me, and keep my distance while someone else moved the artifact into the airlock.
If I had some time, I'm pretty sure I could switch up some components in what I built and change my grenades to trap him. If I just need supplies and I can make sticky grenades.
So you could potentially keep him in one spot.
Yes. That's why I also want a net. Like, imagine we throw a grenade, he's stuck. I run up, I stuff him in a sack, and I drag him off as far as I can, and then I keep him distracted with the machete.
What, you get Gorilla Glue?
Gorilla Glue and explosives.
I want to ask Hunter, since he's poking around inside my drone, if he notices there's anything I can do to get it a little bit more, more.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's got. He explains to you that it's got modular ports on it. This drone wasn't made or manufactured for anything specific on the Eternity, at least that he can tell. It's a police drone.
Yeah.
Most likely, you'd have to either find or make something to put on it.
Okay.
Given your current circumstances, you'd probably have to try and make something. If you want, you could, in your downtime, spend time with Hunter and work on making something like that, but that is taking up Hunter's time as well as... he can multitask, so it's not going to be like...
But
he won't get anything done. But he's also trying to figure out what the heck is going on with you guys.
Fair.
I feel like if whoever's the distraction, we should split into two teams. Fish with her powers could move stuff easy, so she
I think
moving cube team, and I'll be distract the Batman team.
I think it would be smart to split up into two teams of two, and I think it would be good to have.
I need somebody with me that can heal me.
Yeah, I think it would be good to have you two on opposite groups in case positions need to switch.
Well, we also have
so Fish can't move the artifact.
But I need the person with the stims.
You could.
Me.
Well, you could just
you can
take them with you.
Yeah, you can self-stim.
That's true, but if I'm grappled by goo...
You can still take actions while grappled.
Oh, okay. Well,
You
somebody that can support.
Yeah, I still think it would be good to have support in some way.
I don't have anything, so I can...
You have access to. Well, for one, you guys are more or less sharing equipment, but also you have access to eyes that can go somewhere. More or less, they're not exactly eyes, but it's you have a drone that can essentially tell you where things are.
Actually,
or potentially even being a distraction into it of itself.
That's what I was thinking too. But I also want to ask Hunter something real quick. Could it be possible that he can link with my drone so he can use it to see?
No. Hunter's functions require an immediate connection to the actual ship, almost at all times.
Gotcha. So he can't, like...
Because, as he explained earlier, like, half of more or less his entire existence is the ship itself.
Okay.
So, if he were to... He could potentially, like... if he was a different kind of robot, yes, he could. Okay. But he yeah, he's not the right model.
Well, I was more like trying to see like if it was more like he could like tap into the camera function.
Yeah, I gotcha.
Hey, wait a minute.
But it's fine.
How far was the police station from that box?
It was so the police station was an entire another, like, to simplify it, I guess, block more or less away from the science area. It seems like more or less the distance that he has covers not quite, but close to the majority of that industrial area. The specifics of it, like, you don't know, but from where you could tell, the robots that had been hacked and slashed, those were found a little ways in from where the access point that you guys had actually gotten down to, which was kind of in the center of the ship. It seems like his range of movement is fairly expansive. But
I mean, we could probably just lead him to an airlock at that point, right?
You could potentially do that. Hunter explains that you don't have to do what I suggest. You can, whatever works for you guys, you're the ones that are actually going down there.
If you went all the way to the police station to come grab us, I feel like we'd have no problem yeeting him out of the airlock just to begin with, and then safely work to get that box into the airlock too.
Okay, real quick. I did not hear this. You did. He wasn't the one who picked us up.
Who picked us up?
You heard voices of people talking. It sounded like.
You all heard voices, but that was while you were dreaming.
Oh, okay. Never mind then.
Yeah, there are dream sequences.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I thought that was it.
Okay, I got the impression that was...
Yeah. You had heard voices of what you can only assume to be your past.
Mm-hmm.
The ghosts of my past.
So my lift ability
Mm-hmm.
can lift up to 10 pounds.
Okay.
Would that be enough to lift the artifact, do you think? Do I think? Or does it seem like it's bigger than that?
It seems like it's bigger than that.
Okay. So I can't move the artifact.
Let's just try to get this guy out first, so then we can safely deal with the artifact. Because having all four of us getting this guy out seems better to me than than splitting us up and having a whole bunch of unknowns at that point. I feel safer getting this fucking maniac out immediately and then dealing with shit when things are safer.
Well, I don't think we would have much to do, considering that he's after that machete so much. I feel like just one person would be necessary.
But if things fuck up?
Well, I suppose, but I don't
It's
really
better
think it's
safe
that
than sorry to all be there and ready to deal with any situation that may pop up
Hey,
Like,
Hunter.
maybe he has some kind of weird power that we don't know about, or something. Or maybe he has friends.
Yes.
I'd rather us all be there.
Because obviously they probably pulled it into an airlock, this artifact.
Mhm.
Did they use a special lift or a cart that they moved it into the laboratory, or were they using bots?
From what I know, most likely they use some of the robots to actually get it into the station. The area that they got it from wasn't just like an airlock. It was more or less the docking station that's on board. The procedure for that would be all living beings would exit.
Mhm.
They seal it off, open it up. Whatever ships or anything that need to come in would come in. Once it's inside, they'd close it, repressurize, and then move in. As far as like things like that, like smaller stuff that maybe isn't a ship, there are robots that are designed to work in that area.
Okay.
So most likely they probably used robots for moving it or maneuvered it onto some sort of cart. Or
Right. That's what I'm trying to see if there was something we could somehow like a grav lift or something we could put.
well, there are vehicles that can be used within the ship itself. I don't know what that noise was, but
that was spooky.
It was the man. He's getting impatient.
yeah.
All right. I agree with that. We need to take care of him. I say we do take care of him first, and then worry about getting the thing out of after the fact. Deal with the most immediate threat now. Deal with the weird
The thing that
after.
actually stabbed us and tried to bleed you like he was making jerky.
I mean, that's kind of easy to do with someone who's unconscious.
Yeah, but it's still horrifying that it was happening to a conscious, intelligent being.
The first word that I think I've ever heard that are a compliment towards me.
That wasn't a compliment, it was describing you. I'm not complimenting you!
Fuck you, and then she runs away.
I got you to say it!
So, are we going to get equipment first, or are we just going after this guy? I would personally like equipment, because I'm going to be honest, I have not felt at all safe in the slightest on this ship. I would like heavier gear and a more reliable source of ammo. And
It's funny you say that, because I feel the exact opposite. This is Fish talking as of now.
Yeah.
It's like, and Fish will walk up to you and like do the whole, not like size comparison thing, but like, you know, is much smaller and is like, I want to go down there and just, I'm going to take that machete. You want to find more equipment, so do I, but I know what I want.
I lean over to Techno and I'm like, is there going to be a fight between these two? Or
No, I'm not doing it like aggressively. I'm just like,
his chest.
Oh, it's just with all four arms.
Fish is in her own way trying to show that I'm little, but I'm willing to go down there and fight without any extra stuff.
Yeah.
You're big, I'm little.
Alright, let's go punch this thing.
All right.
Can't be helped.
So he's finished with Techno.
I'm a little sad I can't explode him with the gun, but okay.
I'll pour over this information, see if I can't find anything to help you. Maybe figure out why you've been walking.
I know exactly what you mean, but
Hey,
why are you walking?
Hey, if you've backed up Techno's files, does that mean we could like put them on a USB?
Not a USB, but so Techno is only half robotic, so it wouldn't be wholly complete per se. There is a human half that is working in conjunction.
It's more like we would have, like we could check his memories and stuff like that.
Yeah,
like he
you've
has-
got
Let's
you.
check the Batcave.
You've got you could put
computer.
you could put
Wow, it's
like
really dusty back here.
half of him on a drive of some sort.
I can take techno with me in my iPod.
Let's listen to some techno tunes. Just music I have in my database.
Beep,
Oh
boop,
no.
beep.
Techno, play Nirvana.
I don't have Nirvana. I have Linkin Park though.
Okay.
Ouch.
Crawling in my skin.
There are too many of me.
Demonetized.
Fuck.
Okay,
Were we monetized?
No.
I don't think so.
Never.
we are not monetized in any fashion.
Not in the
If we
slightest.
do, we put commercials on all our stuff.
Yeah.
We're not important enough for commercials.
So
Not yet.
Oh, we can monetize and put stuff on there, but it I don't want to. I feel like that would drastically reduce the likelihood that people would listen to us.
Yeah.
Let's get the audience in first and then hit them with the ads.
You heard it, guys. It was Austin's idea.
Oh no. Travis, why would you say that? Oh, it wasn't me.
It's just the meme of the guy shooting him. Why would Travis say that?
oh my
And
god,
then
you
you
killed
just
Chris.
mysteriously find yourself outside of the ship, and you can't explain why.
She's dead.
I must
All
work
right.
at the darkness.
Let's go fuck this guy up. Thing, whatever.
All right. So you guys are all set. You have a plan, right? You know what you're doing.
Okay, this is my plan. We sneak down there as best we can.
I
Get line
think
of
the
sight.
sneaky people should go ahead of me.
I'm sneaky. I'm sneaky.
What's my stealth?
I have a +10, so.
I have a +3. On a scale of modifiers, I give myself a
On a
+3.
scale of modifiers.
I have a +5.
It doesn't surprise me at all that you're a +3. If anything, that feels a little high.
It is very high.
I have a +5.
The armor I'm wearing doesn't give me any minuses, though.
No, but your demeanor does.
Well, all right, we'll sneak up to get to where we need to do, and I'll start throwing things at him.
Shouldn't you steal the machete first?
I wouldn't be able to get it to him until I can attune to attune to the ability, really, because, well, I mean, I could try.
Why don't
You
you
mean,
just
like,
attune to it now?
It doesn't really like. Hey, can I attune to my?
Tune? No.
I mean, I'm not opposed to just running up and trying to take it the traditional way.
It'd be cooler if you flung it out of his hand like you were a Jedi.
What I was
What's a
thinking is that
Jedi?
I'll throw.
What is a Jedi?
It's
That's a
Orcish,
good
you
question.
wouldn't understand.
It's a...
Wow.
So, my thought was, I'll go and start throwing things at him, get him to come after me, and then once I'm fully attuned, I'll try to get out of his hand, move up to my, move away from him so he chases me, try to get it out of his hand again until I can actually get a hold of it, and then I'll run for the airlock.
Yeah, I would say that as far as like a pre-attuning and stuff like that, you have to have like there has to be that primal sense of combat involved in your mental state of utilizing the magic involved.
I mean, if you need to be punching something.
Well, there's a difference between being hit and being in a
I'm
physical stage of combat,
I'm
fighting or
Yeah.
flighting, and you've chosen the path of
It's like
fighting.
the rest of the
I'm
Grand
kind
Plan
of speaking
stuff.
half in character here.
Yeah.
The way that it works is that I have to be in a high stress situation to even activate my attunement stuff. So like, I can, like, it's not strictly combat because like one of the abilities, you know, I can activate just by being in a vacuum. I don't have that ability, but it's like in a vacuum I can fully attune to one thing and activate that stellar revelation, and now I can survive in a vacuum. So
Just gotta
it's-
grind some XP to get fit.
but yeah, no, that's the It's more of a mechanics thing that, like, yeah, I have to initiate combat, get myself attuned, and then I can take it from him.
Alright.
Now, once again, not opposed to just rushing up and trying to grab it out of his hand. But,
if we do that, I feel like I should do that, because... Wait, what's everybody... On a scale
What's
of
your
0
AC?
to 20,
Yeah.
what would you rate your strength scores at?
that's not how you do that, though. You'd be making a combat maneuver to disarm.
How do I tell what that...
You make an attack,
It's a
and then
melee
it goes
attack, yeah.
against the opponent's a combat maneuver KAC.
1 to 10.
You would just make a regular attack roll, and
A
it
melee attack roll.
yeah melee
Yeah.
attack.
Is that just like a strength check?
It should say
No,
on
it's
your
your
sheet.
base attack bonus plus your strength modifier.
Yeah.
So that's plus 4.
I have a +1, so
Eventually do.
Yeah, mine would be plus 4.
Mhm.
What is yours?
Don't even ask. -1.
Fish, what's yours?
What was our strength score?
Yeah.
I have a +1.
Yeah, I should do the thing then. and
The
try
reason
to-
that I was suggesting is because my AC is let's see, it's 10, 2, 3, 6. Against him is 18. If I attune I can align my shield to him, and that gives me a bonus +2, and basically it makes my AC against him specifically 18. And
Both of you could try it, and then
Yeah.
leave the moving of the box to them.
honestly, that wouldn't be the worst idea,
Yeah.
because I feel like
I mean, we could both run in together, and you could help me try and get it out.
You two also have the most experience now, like actually fighting in tandem.
yeah, I feel like I could have, like, I didn't have much trouble fighting him.
Yeah.
it was just that you couldn't really do anything.
The only problem was when he finally grappled me. I got out of the grapple just fine. That wasn't an issue. I'm slippery, so that's not a problem. The problem came that he was on fire when he grabbed me.
Man, that's so weird. I wonder how that happened.
Look, I'm sorry. I
Hey,
was stressed.
I'm not-
I threw a Molotov. I missed. Okay, let's
Things-
move on.
You didn't
Things
miss.
happen.
You hit.
Yeah, it hit.
Things
That's why he
happen
was
in
on fire.
combat. It's not a big deal.
Anyway, yeah, I could try to rip that thing out of his hands.
Or, pardon me for being the little mouse that chimes in here, but wouldn't it be better if you grabbed him, locked him somehow, and she rips the machete out from him?
They do the fucking Dragon Balls.
Yeah. Full
Special
Nelson,
beam
and then you
cannon.
special beam gravity cannon.
I'm just saying,
We don't have to start with that, though. We can throw things at him, and I can try to pull it with the powers once I get it attuned.
Do you think stepping on 3 electrical mines would do anything to him? Maybe stun
Probably
him a
not
little bit?
if you
No.
blew his head.
if he's still
and
moving after his
yeah.
head being blown off, I think we have other things to worry about.
Now,
at that
he
point.
was moving after his head was blown off, but he didn't seem to be knowing where he was going too well.
Yeah, but
I think that might be because he didn't have eyes.
Yeah.
How long has it been since we left this decapitated man?
For all we know, it could have regenerated
It's
too.
Been like a night and a couple hours.
Probably something like 12 hours.
I still would not trust the fact that his head hasn't grown back by now.
See, that's what I'm saying.
I'm just saying.
I mean, given what I saw, I assume he's back to normal and wandering around the area already again.
I definitely agree we should sneak down there. You and Nate start distracting him, and then Titan and I, because I have my drone, we can try moving the box.
Do we know he's even in there still?
Well,
No,
no.
but there's a pretty good chance because
Hunter
it doesn't
said
seem
he
like he
doesn't-
leaves.
I also
Yeah, he-
locked the door, quote unquote, so.
He
Well, I mean, he
doesn't.
could probably.
Yeah, we weren't able to successfully lock that door.
Doesn't. He's been there
It
for a
was
while.
discussed, but we did not successfully do so.
That's fair.
He's been there for a
There
while
were attempts.
prior to you guys showing up. So he's been kind of... He hasn't left a particular area. So Hunter theorizes that he's only got a certain amount of... he can only move a certain amount of distance away from the basically the science labs.
We've been talking about this quite a bit. Plan is, we go down there. Me and
Sneakily.
Nade run up. I punch him. We try to grab the machete. We take it away from him, and we make fun of him a little bit. Then we lead him out to the airlock. I guess throw the machete in the airlock, and if he doesn't go for that, throw him in the airlock. Yeet him into space. That's done.
Question.
Then we get the box, send it after him, and then we leave.
If I tried to use psychokinetic hand to take the machete, what would happen?
Psychokinetic Hand is actually the spell that is mimicked by my abilities, so it's almost identical, except that my attunement makes it more powerful.
Yeah,
So I
and
actually
also I
do
also
decide.
believe that doesn't the a person get an opposed reaction or something to
Only from mine. A Psychokinetic Hand only works against unattended objects.
Okay.
So you can't take it from a person. Mine bumps it up to, I can lift up to a medium creature and move them as well.
Gotcha.
So, and only when I'm fully attuned.
Hunter will chime in and say, well, he did technically leave it unattended when he left it in your leg.
Yes, he did.
Just get him to stab you in the leg again.
Yeah, I'm not saying that it's a good idea.
I looked
but-
down, I'm like, I mean, it didn't hurt that much.
No, you're not getting your leg stabbed again.
I would prefer not to be mutilated again, please.
Oh, yeah, okay. Also, when you guys went to the hospital, I asked if you guys wanted scars from this, but I'm not going to let you guys choose anymore. You do have scars from this.
No. Okay.
Except for you, Techno. You don't got scars from it because you weren't there.
Does
But
my-
your fur covers your scars up decently well, and
you just see like ridges where all my fur, essentially.
you'll get more hair will probably grow in the area to fill in and cover it up. But like as of right now, you can see he's got like marks and stuff all over his chest from where the surgery happened. You've got scars all over yourself.
Did it shave around the spot before it did the surgery?
Yeah. Not a lot, just enough that it needed. So you've only got like essentially lines across your chest. But all of you are wearing
It's a
clothing,
fashion
so. Which also, by the way, not you, Nade, because you don't have anything on your hands, but you two also get clothes to repair, or not repaired clothes, but you get other clothes similar to the ones that you had.
Ah.
So, you're all set now? You know what you're going to do?
Yes.
Okay. What's up?
I was just gonna say I'm taking a note to set the timer, like for my,
Okay.
like a quote unquote timer for the.
Yeah,
like,
so
the days.
you've supposedly got like a day and a half,
Yeah.
more or less, before
There's
you're
a-
supposed next.
Potentially. We'll see what happens.
yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like it's a theory.
As you all leave,
I'm glad you're smart enough to think of that, because Fish is not.
I was smart
When
over that.
when the thing's about to go off, or when it's near that time, we should all go back to Hunter.
Or at least to the upper level.
That's a good idea.
try and go back up and
If we can get back to Hunter, he can actually observe us in person getting knocked out by this stuff.
We should go like an hour before.
That's not a bad idea.
okay, so you can set like an alarm
And then
to
it
warn
doesn't
you
go,
an
and
hour
then we
before.
just like stay there for the rest of the night.
Yeah.
It doesn't go
And
off.
it doesn't at all.
It's like, well, this is disappointing. Just immediately finishes that so passes out. Oh, okay.
Okay, so as you guys are leaving, Hunter taps you on the shoulder and lets you know that if you have any sort of connection towards Isabel Chapman, if you decide to go looking for information about her or anything like that, she did have a room on this
Level.
in this
Section.
section So you could potentially find some information there. But I'm just going to warn you, I don't know how you're connected to her, but she was kind of eccentric to an extent and tinkered around with stuff that she probably shouldn't have. It was something that she was kind of known to do.
You go in the room.
So don't
Just gives me that.
just prepare yourself to maybe find some unpleasant things if you decide to dig into her.
There's like 3 more
All
of those
right.
guys in a room.
Yeah. The pillar men.
Just
They're all muscular and have their
We're
shirts
just
off.
dealing with Santana.
Yeah,
We're not
yeah.
ready for cars.
Yeah. Cars, Wham,
Cars, Wham, and
AC/DC.
AC/DC. Yeah.
So yeah, just a quick heads up.
Yeah, I don't think I'm too worried about disturbing things, but I'll bet you there's something dangerous in there.
I
Doesn't
don't
matter
know.
to me.
It doesn't matter.
No, I'm gonna go get that machete.
Well, have fun. So you guys are all heading down right away.
That's my plan.
All right.
Is anyone else planning on stopping or doing anything before we go down?
Nope.
No.
Okay.
All right.
Let's go.
All right.
You guys get into the employee-only service elevator.
Mhm.
Hit the buttons, go down to the floor, and you sit there and wait in the elevator. When you guys step out of the elevator to the familiar fork in the road, so to speak, you three, Nade, Ace, and Fish, all probably because of your experience down here, do have that slight tingling feeling on the back of your neck. You're in a dangerous place. You're in a predator's hunting ground, so to speak.
Is
Please,
it enough
I'm
for
the
me to
predator.
start tuning?
There's not enough for you to start tuning. There's
Real
no...
Wait.
Sure.
Since I don't know if I can pick up on it, but I'm gonna sniff around and see if I can smell anything.
You did this last time you were in this exact same spot.
Yeah.
Nothing has changed.
Okay.
So you can smell the
I'm-
change of air quality
Okay.
from being down on this floor.
Mhm.
And yeah, you can basically smell...
It's more I'm
The
trying to
two-
see if I can
two bits.
smell something that smells.
You want to try and sniff out the guy?
Yeah, more like to see if
Or-
if something is within that range that doesn't smell like us. That smells
Not-
humanoid, but not.
Your senses don't really work quite like that.
Mm.
But yeah, you're not really picking up on anything anything out of the ordinary. It smells very similar to the last time you were down here.
Are we trying to be quiet?
Yes.
Oh.
I'm going to start stalking through these tunnels looking for them.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to follow suit.
Are you trying to be like General Grievous, like crawl around like a
All
cockroach?
fours or all six.
Well,
That is a natural 20 to a 27 total.
29.
Dang. 29? You had a natural 20 to a 27, and then you're getting 29?
Yeah, I got 19 plus 10, so.
Dang. Okay.
We're pretty fucking stealthy.
12.
12? Okay.
5.
5? Alright.
So
Now, keep in mind,
Stealthy ninja.
you're following at a distance. You specifically said so earlier.
So yeah, Fish, you take the lead, and Techno, you mimic. You've got more hyper precise control over your body. So
Spider crawl.
yeah, you
imagine all three of us in a line.
you follow suit. You're all staying in a line here.
This is techno. I've entered the sneak.
So yeah, Fish, you're leading the charge, and Techno's following. Ace, are you with them, following with them, or are you trying to hang back? Don't let your roll influence us
I'm gonna.
too much.
I'm a decent pace ahead of Nade, but I'm not up to Techno.
Okay.
So we're like going from corner to corner, like
Yeah.
checking corners. as
So
we're going.
These two,
SWAT
like,
missions.
operator style, like, move up to the corners and stuff and are checking things. And
You're tiptoeing.
you hunch down over, and you're in your natural state. And you take a couple steps, and then Nate just steps on your tail.
Nate's just like casually walking down the hall.
Yeah. Nate starts to like walk past you a little bit.
Just crouched like this with the shotgun.
Yeah, Nate is standing up normal, but her shoulders are raised, which makes her feel more stealthy.
I hold up my tail by pride and joy.
And then you continue to follow. You're not nearly as stealthy as you would like to be.
Agreed.
But that's because someone else doesn't care.
And also someone stepped on my tail, so kind of being quiet.
Well, yeah, that's what I mean by somebody just doesn't care and is walking.
I care. I'm stealthy as fuck. God.
We'll see.
When God says we'll see, that's not
Okay.
a good sign.
So, do I have to make a check to find him? Like, should you perception or survival?
So you're
or
trying.
something like that?
So you're trying to find him, right?
Yes.
Okay. You're not trying. You're not trying to get back to the science labs.
I kind of am. I'm heading that direction.
Okay.
But we're like checking
Yeah, we're
corners,
just
check
making
corners,
sure
and
he's
like
not.
looking
Okay.
for
'Cause-
him along the
Because
way.
basically, I need to know whether or not you're going to a destination or if you are just going to look for him. Because if you look for him, you guys will take kind of a more windy path. If you're going to a destination, you'll be going towards a destination. Obviously, if you run into him, you will know because you're going to run into him.
So my thought is that we head for the artifact and look for him along the way. And if we
Okay.
find him along the way, we'll enact this. But if we get to the artifact and he's not even there, it might be worth it to have someone grab the artifact while we continue moving towards an airlock and hope he comes to us.
Okay,
Just eat it.
that's
Yeah.
good. Okay, so you don't need to make any checks or anything like that. You guys do know where to go to get, to there. Actually, I'll ask this. Do you guys want to take, there's a long way or a short way, which would be, long way would be the way that you guys initially came, so you'd swing by the police station and then go from the police station to the science lab. Or you could go direct point A to point B. Or you guys could take the way that you went through the science labs to get out.
I would go straight there.
You just want to go straight
That's
there.
right.
Okay.
That's
Yeah.
Okay,
Nate would
alright.
vote that too.
Okay. So, as you fish are leading the way, you spot that things are different. Things in the area have changed.
Mhm.
There is a large, painted in blood eye on a wall.
Mhm.
It wasn't there before. You guys are closing in towards you're within the
Yeah.
science area. This wasn't there before. The first thing that strikes you is you don't know where the blood came from because it doesn't really seem to be people here. The
Guy
only
just
people
used his own
you've
blood.
the only people you've seen have been skeletons.
Let me just be as loud as possible.
You get it? Did you get it all?
Good job.
Okay. Yeah, so that's, you are at a corner, you see this. Techno, from your perspective, Fish is just looking at a wall. There's nothing on it.
Huh.
As of note, I have an action ready. If I see this fucker, I'm blasting him with a scattergun. If he sees us.
I whisper to Fish.
Okay.
Is something the matter?
I turn to Techno and I look back up at the eye and I'm like, there's an eye painted in blood. That doesn't bother you?
I don't see anything.
Okay, at this time, you're caught up to the corner. Those two are at the corner talking to each other.
What do we see?
You're just a tad bit further back. Ace, you've just managed to get up to them. You haven't peered around the corner.
Alright.
So you don't see anything as of yet.
I'll whisper gesture for as soon as I see Ace come over and say, "Do you see that?"
Mm-hmm.
You
see it.
Huh. That's
Increasing concern for Techno.
disconcerting. Just to clarify, Fish, you're pointing at and I'm whispering, I'm sorry. You're talking about the bloody eye, right?
Yes.
You don't see this.
No.
Okay. I have two theories. I don't know if we should worry about them right now. Either you're being censored, or we has something to do with our pure organic selves seeing this.
Nate, you're up at the corner now.
That
These
is a good
stealthy
theory,
people that have been
because-
rushing ahead are all grouped up at a corner talking to each other.
That's a good
I kinda
theory
like
because there
looking
is
around.
struggle with my
Well,
inner side.
Let's not get too far into it. Let's keep moving.
Indeed.
Wait, what do I see?
If you peer around the corner, you also see this same eye.
And what's going on? Why we stopped?
We were just talking about the eye. Let's go on. Let's move on. We'll solve it later once we're a little bit more. We'll keep talking later when we're safer.
Okay.
Okay, so to describe the scene a little bit here, you guys are moving down halls that are in disrepair, damaged, low lighting. The speakers in the immediate area are working, but they're kind of like, like super old. Like, have you ever been in a nursing home and the speakers that are kind of in a nursing home that are just kind of like, you can hear that they've seen better days, and it just makes everything sound worse. The peaceful elevator music that plays throughout the ship sounds extremely ominous.
It's like the Lavender Town music.
Yeah, and the entire scenario just sends that visceral, "Hey, this is scary."
I actually really like that music.
Okay. I actually do too. Yeah, it sends this. This is spooky. As you guys continue down different hallways, the three of you, Nade, Ace, and Fish, continue to see more images. They get more and more complex the closer and closer you get into the room towards the box.
Graffiti.
Yeah, Techno, you are sadly not able to partake. Yeah,
He's censored.
When Nade goes by them, she's gonna take her hand and just smear.
Okay. Nothing happens to
It's
them.
dried.
The images start as these sort of like cave painting, single eye. Then you eventually find a wall that's got multiple eyes over it. Then you move on to images of a burning house. There are images of a tree, and at the roots of the tree, they start as roots, and as they move down, they turn into tendrils and things like that. Eldritch horror-y kind of things.
Hello.
When I feel them on the wall trying to
Mhm.
smudge the things, does it feel like anything, or does it feel like
It-
wall?
It feels like wall. It feels like there's not actually anything there.
Does this look like blood to anyone else?
That's what we were talking about.
It looks like blood.
It's not blood.
There are these things called illusions. I think it might be something like that. It's magic.
Indeed, that's what I was just thinking.
Well,
Which would explain why I do not see it.
who would go through all the trouble of putting up this magic?
I don't.
Possibly the person who was making us all fall asleep.
I'm gonna shoot that fucker.
You guys hear a loud not clattering. the sound of metal being bent and a large physical force happening to it. You guys hear it from the way you've came.
Mm-hmm.
Something happened back where you guys had already passed.
That's concerning.
Okay, I'm gonna think that's probably where we should head. Is towards the sound.
He's
Double
getting
back.
more rebar ready for me.
Just upon hearing this, like, Ace's heart just drops.
Should we go after him, or should we
Okay.
continue on?
If we move
So-
the box,
Yeah,
do we have to go that way, or is there another...
to give you guys an idea, the whole area is very maze-like in that there's paths to get from one place to another relatively quickly. It would not be surprising if somebody passed you and you didn't notice. Wouldn't be that surprising.
So it also would be pretty easy to go another way.
Yeah. You guys are within the science area. You're closer. You're close to the box, but you're not there yet, and it wouldn't be inconceivable to go back the way you came. It wouldn't take up that much time because you took a direct route there. And you wouldn't have to immediately double back the path you came.
Mhm.
You could take other avenues that would take up about the same amount of time.
I say let's go steal the box.
Okay,
That would be my vote.
let's continue to the box then.
I'm actually real curious. I would like it if we could jettison the box out of here, get it out, and then before we launch this fucker out again, we try to kill him again. The box might have something to do with why he can't die.
Perhaps, but it may be easier to just...
This is for science!
And you know what it's
I mean, it seems like an unnecessary risk, but I'm kind of up for it. If it goes down, we might, maybe.
I mean, putting a few shotgun rounds into him is fine.
Don't you only have a limited amount of those?
Yeah, but then there's a gun store that I know how to get to as well, so...
It may be better if I use magic missile or something along those lines.
We
Just
could
so
all
you
blow.
don't waste your ammo.
I don't care about wasting
Quick
ammo.
question:
I can
are
buy
you
more.
guys?
I'm continuing moving towards the box.
Okay, so you've separated from the group.
I'm
No,
scared.
he
We're
voted-
still talking, so I want to.
Yeah.
I'm like
Yeah,
whispering to them.
that's
We
the
both
thing
said
is.
that we
is
wanted to go to the box too, so...
all right, are you guys moving currently
Yeah.
as a group and
Yes.
talking?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
So-
very, very quietly.
Let's re-roll stealth rolls again.
Okay.
Considering that you've all,
And it's been a while.
yeah.
We're now group. We're
26.
We're pretty
26.
grouped
Hey!
up now.
17.
Hey!
Okay.
I improved.
13.
13.
Hey!
That's
Alright,
still
alright.
improvement.
24.
24.
Okay,
Okay.
okay.
And you had 26, right?
Yeah.
Literally the two ninjas.
Okay. Yeah.
Nade's voice is just naturally loud.
Yeah. You guys, as a group, move relatively stealthy, not as quietly as you guys could have moved individually, but because you're moving as a group, you're still kind of conversing over what's going on quietly. All of you are grouped stealth here. The more astute among you, I'll say Ace and Fish, you two feel like you're being stealthy enough. You're not going to give away your position to anybody that's not within visual range. And you're moving towards the box, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Again, similar to before, the images that you're seeing are turning more and more into murals. The one that stands out to be different is a silhouette of a family that is mother, father, son, daughter, and then a youngest son, and they're all standing next to each other. And from the youngest son's hand is a line that continues up to a similar image of a tree branch that goes into a full tree similar to the one that you had seen earlier.
I keep wanting to react to these, but I can't see them.
Yeah, you can't. You aren't seeing any of this.
For Ace, he's gonna be pretty much mentally taking notes about this because this is.
Yeah. Well, hopefully all of you are taking mental notes about it. But are you going to try and
I don't know about
sketch
these
one of
guys.
these out?
No, I'm not gonna sketch them now.
Okay.
Main thing is try to get the box out of here. And if they're still here when the box leaves, then I'll sketch them out.
Okay.
Hey, wait. Does your robot see them?
He doesn't have immediate visual. The information that the robot is taking is
He's got to take the SD card out, put it in a camera, and view
it. Hunter was interpreting the visuals that the drone was seeing, basically what the drone was sensing.
That's one of the things that I need to get.
He doesn't actually. Yeah, he doesn't have a physical Google Glass yet.
Chromebook.
So you move forward and see, apart from the images, nothing immediately catches your eye. Austin, you did say that you wanted to do something, or you had said earlier I'd cut you off. If you can't think of it, then don't worry
I
about it.
think it was just me trying to smudge the murals.
Yeah, it was after that, but...
I know two things. I was trying to smudge the murals, and if this thing found us and saw us, I was immediately going to blast him with the shotgun. That's all I remember.
Okay. So, you guys make it to the familiar room. The door that you had locked is not broken.
Well, we weren't able to lock it.
Yeah, we
talked
closed
about
it.
but we just closed it.
Wait, didn't I bust it?
You broke the handle.
You broke the handle.
Yeah.
Or not the handle, the control pad
Yeah.
on the outside. It's still broken, but the door is open. Normal, not ripped open or anything. When you guys go into the room, the place seems to have been... The minor objects of the room seem to have been tossed and scattered and thrown about. But the major objects, the large, bulkier things, have been rearranged in a seemingly strange pattern. And there is the artifact, this black coffin. I'm gonna have Nade, Ace, and Fish. All of you guys roll. I keep on wanting to say investigation. It's perception, isn't it?
Yeah.
Perception. Give me a perception check, real quick.
My dice are mad at me that I haven't played this in a while. Natural 1.
Ooh.
Okay.
17. Again.
18.
Okay. Fish, you're the first one to notice this. There's a newspaper sitting atop the coffin.
The artifact? There's a newspaper on the coffin.
Not a modern one, but an old black and white. You do not see it, but we'll get to you in a second, actually. What do you want to do about this?
I want to move up to the coffin and peek in as carefully as I can, trying to see if there's anything in it. If it's open.
Mm-hmm. It's not open. It's completely black.
Okay.
There doesn't seem to be I keep on using the word coffin because it's relatively coffin size.
Okay, so it's just yeah.
It's like an
I look at the
obelisk
newspaper
type
then.
thing. Okay, so you go up to the newspaper. What are you two going to do? Anything?
Nate is gonna be super on guard with her shotgun.
Okay, so as Fish starts moving up towards the thing, you two do notice that this newspaper is on top of it.
Ace is gonna go with Fish to check it out.
Okay.
I'm heading over with them, but more protectively, looking around.
Okay. Techno. As they begin to move into the room, you have what you would describe as like a sixth sense to hang back a step, and they all move past you, and you turn around to look behind you, and you see you from the garden, standing the end of the hallway down over there, and he gives you a wave over. Without thinking, you initially start to move out of the room. And as soon as you pass over the threshold, the door closes behind you. All of you notice this, that Techno just walked out and the door closed. We'll get to you. We'll get back to you, Techno, in a second.
To be continued.
What do you three do? Techno's left, seemingly, or at the very least stepped outside and has closed the door.
All right.
There are windows you can see outside of this room to the halls.
Okay, so first thing we're going to attempt to do is use not psychokinetic, gravity hold to try and open the door.
It does not work.
Okay, so it's shut.
Nade's fucking immediately gonna be like, "What the fuck?" and run over and try to open the door.
Is that the only door?
Yes. And it's within the center of the room, so like there's equal space to the left and right. You guys went to the left from the door.
Okay. Let's see here.
Does me opening the door work?
You run over to the door to go to open it. Do you want to do anything?
I'm gonna try a more technological approach and try to open the door.
It's okay. So the two of you go over to the door.
Yeah.
I'm going to grab the newspaper real quick.
Okay. So you pick up the newspaper. Do you want to read it at all, or do you just want to have it?
I would glance over it. I was just going to... I'll look if there's anything that catches my eye right away. I'll take a look at it. But I'm mostly just grabbing it and stuffing it in someplace because...
Okay. When you grab it, the only thing that really catches your eye from just a quick glance at it is the picture that's on. And it seems to be a picture of the house that was depicted on the walls earlier.
This sounds like a creepypasta.
Yeah. So you take it and stow it. You two run over to the door. You go over to the control panel. And you help pry the thing open, whatever strength you can. As soon as you open it up, it is the foyer of a wooden house.
I'm real fucking tired of this stupid magic illusion bullshit. I'm gonna fucking... Why can't I just punch the thing?
So, I assume you're seeing the same thing, right?
Yes.
God, I hate this ship.
I'm gonna say, okay, we can either go that way, or you can try to break one of those windows with that gun.
Oh, I got something better than the gun. I'm gonna hold this, and I'm gonna give my shotgun to Fish. I'm gonna take out undo the
barbell?
Yeah, the barbell. I'm gonna try to smash one of the windows. I'm not going in the spooky log cabin. Fuck that.
Okay. Give me just a straight up strength.
Nate has seen the horror movie.
Well, actually, no. Give me an attack roll. Not just a straight up strength. Attack roll. Add your base attack bonus.
Well, Nate is going to town. I'm gonna ask Fish. What was that newspaper article?
18.
18.
I wasn't gonna worry about it until we're in a safer location.
Fair enough.
You swing into the seeming glass, and it just bounces off. The vibration goes down the handle into your hands, and it hurts.
Oh, fuck! Hit the floor with it and go, the fucking windows are not glass.
I don't want to say this, but unfortunately, I think we're gonna have
before you even finish talking, I'm walking up to the door, going like this.
With all 4 arms, of course.
Yeah.
Going like
cracking
this.
my neck.
Cracking knuckles.
Crack my neck, crack my knuckles, stretch out, limber up a little bit, and start peeking around the corner. And I'm like, do we bring the box?
Yeah. I wanna see what happens if I shoot it when he's around.
The
Well,
box?
that's an interesting
Yeah.
point,
Okay.
actually.
So can one person carry the box, or does it take 2 people?
Okay, so when you guys go over to the box to go and move it, it seems
I'm also getting my shotgun back, and
one person could slide it across the ground.
I can do that.
But if you want to lift it and move it, it would require 2 people. Based purely off of its size. Even if it was a light object, it would still kind of require this. If you wanted to slide it across the ground, the first thing you notice is that it makes a noise, makes a loud noise, so you would be foregoing any sort of stealth if you wanted to have one person move it. So you could potentially move quieter with 2 people, but it requires 2 people.
Okay, if the 2 of us move it, or would it be better for the 2 of you to move it?
I would say someone who actually has weapons should stay and not move it. I can make an attempt to move it. Wait, can my drone help?
No.
Fish?
Your drone has no way of doing
Just
it.
like blah.
Does like put it on top of my drone, like carry it like that?
Fish has a cool shield and a melee weapon, and she knows how to fight, it looks like.
I'm currently holding your shotgun with my...
No, he said that he was taking it back.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
I'll take it back. I feel like Ace should be at the front of this box following her, and I'll be at the very back holding it up as well.
Okay.
And we go in like a line.
Do I have a melee weapon? Just the scissors, right?
You have the scissors, but you also have your punch.
Yeah, that's true.
Your stellar moat, whatever punch thing.
Okay, alright, you guys got it?
I know I have it. Are you strong enough?
No, I really wish Techno was here, but that's not the case, so we're gonna have to make
I
it
mean,
work.
I
He
have
kind
a
of just
plus
fucking
1.
dipped.
Or no, I don't.
You're
even
not
have a
even
plus
there.
1.
You're not
Yeah.
there.
No, I'm just saying, if I was there, it wouldn't even help.
I mean, the 2 of us could have taken it, and the 2 actual bruises could have
I'm
protected
gonna
us.
go
I
over
guess.
to the box, and I'm gonna like lift up one side, and I go, all right, go under here, Ace.
If
And
you
hold it
want
up.
to, okay, real quick, if you want to, if you guys want to pick this up and move it in tandem, you're not going to need to make any rolls or anything for that. It's not the fact that it's crazy heavy or anything like that. If you want to do something weird with it, yeah, I'll have you roll, but
Throw it at the
I'm
guy.
gonna put a handle on it and use it as a sword.
yeah, if you want to do something like that,
Oh, man.
it'd be a little. Then you'd need to make some strength checks, or there'd be some rolling involved. But just the 2 of you on either end picking this thing up.
I
No.
assume it's like at the very front, it's Ace holding it up like this and going along, and at the back, it's
Ace has got his arms over his
arms
head,
is over his head, lifting it up, and in the back, it's Nade holding it with her arms down.
like real
Yeah.
low.
yeah.
Or both of you could be holding it at your chest height, and it's just at like an angle.
That would be fun, but
But
If
this
we-
way, they can both be facing forward.
yeah, we can both be
True.
facing forward, and also, if we run really fast, we can ram it into someone.
You know, that's not exactly untrue.
Yeah.
Alright, so I'm leading the way. Alright, I'm gonna step into the room, look around. Is it just a hallway, or what is
Okay,
it? What am I looking at?
so the room that you enter into.
Oh wait, does Fish want the shotgun with her?
Not in particular, but I mean, my immediate thought was that since I had it in my hands, I was going to produce the shield and with 2 other hands position the shotgun in the hole in
mean-
the shield for the riot thing. But
You can do that. I'll give you the shotgun for now. Do you have the pistol?
No, Techno had the pistol.
God damn it.
you know what? I'll use the shotgun.
Yeah.
That'll actually work better for me
There
right
you
now.
Okay, so to describe the room, it's a, in real world terms, not modern house. It's a house. You're stepping through the front door like you're just entering in. There is a table made out of wood to your right, there's wood paneling on the walls. It has hardwood floors. When they are natural colors. There's carpet on the ground. There is a door immediately to your front. There's a door in the left-hand corner of the room. And there is a hallway that is adjacent to a pair of stairs. So the stairs to your right, there are stairs to your right. They obviously go up, and then next to those is a hallway that continues down. And if you were to peek down there, it would lead to another door.
Okay, so the stairs and stuff are to the right?
Yeah. Stairs and hallway to right. There's a door directly in front of you, and there's a door in the left corner of the room away from you.
Okay, I will...
The northwestern corner.
Walk along the left side of the room, keeping an eye out around, and head for that door over there.
Okay. When you try the door, it's unlocked. So you can go ahead and go inside.
Okay.
You open it up to peek inside, and it is some sort of living room. There's blue carpeting with like a lighter blue baby. Actually, very similar to the room that we're in like shape and length.
Okay.
You would be entering from one end of it, and there is another door on the opposite end of the room. There's a television and a couch, and behind the couch is a table that's got some like fruit and stuff on it. Oh, there's also a bookshelf in the room.
Okay, what kind of fruit?
Like grapes, bananas, apples, earth fruit.
I will take an apple or something.
Okay.
I'll walk over, take it with my one remaining free hand, and smell it. Does it seem real?
It feels and seems completely real.
I will stuff it in my pocket.
Okay.
And continue moving.
Do you guys follow suit? Do you guys want to try anything?
I mean,
No, we're just going.
All right. You're continuing to the next room?
Well, at least I am. I can't speak for the Ratman.
Okay.
I can't really say anything. I'm literally holding the thing above my head, so I mean...
Yeah. So you go into the next room, and in there is it seems to be like a game room almost. It is green carpet, the panel wood walls similar to the foyer room. There's a fireplace immediately to your left. There is there's a window on your right to a backyard. There is a poker table in the center of not in the center of the room. From your perspective, there's a couch, a leather couch, 2 chairs, and then past those is a poker table that's got some chairs by it. And there is, on the left-hand wall, all the way in the far back corner, there is another door there.
I sigh, and I'll start heading for that door.
Okay. When you check that door, it leads to a pantry. There's food. There's non-perishables. It seems like a fairly modern... Not modern. I keep on using that word. It seems like a fairly ordinary, classic Earth household.
Okay. I'll turn around and walk around these guys and say, we're going to have to head back to the dead end over here.
So, basically how I see it is...
oh yeah, there's also a deer head above the fireplace. And something else that Nate, you would notice immediately. There is... you don't know what it is, exactly. But, given its shape, you're pretty sure that it's a gun above the fireplace. But okay, so you put the box down.
Hold on, wait a minute. I see something.
Okay, so for you as a person to know what this is, it's a large caliber double-barreled shotgun. Nade isn't 100% familiar with it. Like, you don't know what kind of gun it is per se, but you do know that it's a gun. It's got a trigger. It's got all the bits that guns should have.
Yep, that's a gun.
Yeah. It breaks open. You assume that you probably put bullets in there of some sort, and then you can shoot them. As far as where bullets are, you don't know, but there's a shotgun.
I like this. This is nice. Is it an illusion? Maybe.
That's the thing. Everything feels pretty dang real. Like the carpet and everything feels pretty real.
I'm just imagining, like...
Yeah, but the situation...
Situation implies otherwise.
Oh, yes. I just imagine, like, Nate just, like, hey, now I gotta do something. Literally drops it. I'm trying to, like, prevent it from falling, so I'm, like trying to...
Well, you've only got one end of it.
Like...
This thing's roughly 6 foot long.
Yeah, I just put the other end down.
You can't move it around like this, but it's probably not, like, really bothering you to hold it up.
Yeah, it's actually harder to push on the carpet. So...
Should we use the carpet to pull it?
I'm gonna sling the shotgun
No,
around.
because it's not a rug. It's a carpet.
I will want bullets for this.
Okay, it doesn't have a sling per se, but
I could probably, like...
you find some way to hold on to it. To
I could probably, like, attach
you take your belt or
carabiner.
whatever and stick the barrel down the back, like, through your belt loop or whatever, and it's on your person. But it's not like
I mean, I've got one
tactically.
extra hand, but...
But you already got a shotgun.
I
Yeah.
could probably
I could
take
double
this,
shotgun.
I could probably just take, like, a carabiner and clip the trigger guard.
Do you have a carabiner?
Yeah. Where'd
I
you get
could
that?
probably find one.
In this house? Probably not.
Maybe not in this house. I stuff
You-
it, like... I have, like, an entire knapsack for, like, explosives and stuff, so I could just open up the...
You do have a pouch. Here's what we'll say that you do. You open the break so that it's kind of like an L shape, and then you have it hanging on top of your bag. So it doesn't, like, immediately fall off or anything like that. If you wanted to do some gymnastics, you might have to hold on to it to keep it there. But as far as moving around goes, it's not going to really go anywhere too much.
I was gonna say, I like...
He's literally showing us what's happening
Yeah.
with a bag that he has.
This will be, like, right here, and I put this over it and secure it.
Okay, yeah, you could do that. Yeah, so you open up the top of the bag, put the shotgun there,
Close
lay
the
the
top
top.
of the bag.
cinch it down.
Yeah.
Now that we've gotten that riveting bit of gameplay out of the way, you're going back the way you came?
Yes.
We
Okay.
need
So
to
you,
get
go,
involved with the lore.
Yeah. you go back through the TV room, back to the foyer. Now what? So the front door is open, and
Okay. Was it before?
when you guys had opened it, you were coming in seemingly from the quote-unquote outside of the house, so you were coming through the front door.
Okay. It's
From
open.
your perspective, the door that you entered this place through slid open into the wall.
But now it's open like...
But now it's open like a real door.
Okay.
um,
Can we still see into
But
the...
yes,
room?
the science lab is still in there.
Okay.
So you can't get out, per se.
Okay. I will continue left around the room to the next door that was there.
Okay.
So, which was on the wall.
Yeah, it was
from
across
us.
from the front door. Okay, which room is this one?
Just going off of shit that's happened to us in the past, like, few minutes, I'm pretty sure we're in the house that was on the wall.
This leads you to a dining room.
Okay.
When you come through, you are on the... we'll say from your perspective, you enter in on the leftmost side of the room. There is windows, again, just to the backyard. And the dining room continues off to your right, to which on the same wall that you've entered the room from, there's another door. The table is not necessarily set. It looks like what you imagine it would be from the majority of the time.
Okay. So the other door's the one right next to me now, right?
Yeah, not directly next to you. It's a little ways down,
Yeah.
but yeah. That's really the only door to continue this way.
All right, well, I'm going to continue to that door then.
Okay. That leads you to the kitchen. Tile floors.
So far, no movement, right?
No movement, nothing like that. Tile floors. The way that you've entered, there's a door to your right, which you can presume leads to that hallway.
The hallway, yeah.
There is a refrigerator. There's all the things a big house would need for its kitchen.
Are there kitchen
it's-
knives?
Yeah, there are kitchen knives.
I want to take one.
By all means, you can take a couple kitchen knives if you want. You can even take a pan.
Everyone take a knife. Knives are very useful.
Can you grab one for me?
Yeah, I put down the thing. I take a knife, put it in my bag. I take a knife. I like.
Just
He's got places to put knives.
Like mouth.
Not the mouth though.
I take a knife. I give it to Fish, and I take another knife. I'm like, this is for Techno if he isn't evil, and I put it in my bag.
Okay. So, the other thing that's in the room is on the wall across from you, to the right-hand side, there is a door it's a doorway that leads to stairs that go down, presumably to a cellar.
You know, it could be fun. If there's a slasher movie guy down there, waiting for us to go down, I bet he won't expect us to ride this box down those stairs.
You are not wrong.
I think we should do that.
Are you gonna?
I want to.
Let's do it.
Hell yeah.
Okay, so who's the front
Sounds
of the
like a
box
bad
here?
idea.
I say the shield should be at the front, like jousting.
Yeah, I'll be on the front of the box.
No. As in, you guys are positioning it right now, right?
Yeah.
Who's holding the end that's going to be by the front? Is it Ace or is it...
That'd be me.
Okay, so you... Alright.
Alright.
Okay, so...
What's the order we should ride the box?
Yeah,
I say
yeah.
Front should be Fish. Maybe middle is Nade with a shotgun. Back is Ace.
Techno's just like, hey guys, what did you do?
What did you do? We went sledding.
Wow, that actually sounds like fun.
Okay, so is that the way that you're gonna go down this?
I will look down first.
Okay, you look down and you can see that it quickly transitions to like a cobblestone basement type cellar thing. It's dark down there. We'll say that you've got the box on the ground.
For now, I will shift to Supernova.
Okay, it's not pitch black.
Uh-huh.
You could probably you can see that there is some modicum of light down there, but it's definitely not well illuminated. But it doesn't. The right hand wall you can see, but it expands out to your left. What would be underneath the kitchen?
Okay. Do we want to do this right now? Or do we want to go upstairs first and then come back down and do this?
I mean, this kind of seems like fun. And I'm kind of ready to kick ass, and the horror movie guy would be in the basement.
Or in the attic, you never know.
Okay. There's nothing scary in an attic.
Well,
I've seen enough horror movies to know this.
Has watched one horror movie.
It's just like, I don't remember any of them, but I'm
Yeah.
sure of it.
I'm envisioning that you guys probably watched a horror movie at some point.
Yeah.
Downstairs is one room. Upstairs could be many rooms.
This is true. Which is, I kind of was thinking that we should, like, if we think this is the place most likely to have the guy in it, do we want to just go down there? Or do we want to go up and see if there's something else first?
That's also true.
And also, I want to point out that once we get this box down here, if there is
It's going to
something
be
down
harder
there,
to bring it back up.
yes.
So
Yeah,
if
but
we're
we-
wrong...
But we can't really bring it up with us. then.
Yeah, for just to, at least from what I'm interpreting, you guys have set the box down now at the precipice of the stairs.
Yeah.
I said, like, if we go up there, we need to leave this here. And I kind of don't want to leave it here if the dude's down there.
Alright. Let's go.
Yeah.
You say, let's go, and then you hop up on top of the
Yeah.
box.
And
Who's pushing this?
that would be me, because I'm the only one left.
Yeah, you're at the back.
I was imagining that we were going to push it towards the edge. I was going to hop on the front. And I was assuming Nate was going to give it one last push and hop on.
I could grab, like, the edges of the doorway and shove
Yeah.
us off.
Okay.
Like, I grabbed
It'd
the
be,
edge of the door
you
and
okay,
pulled
like,
us forward.
it would be difficult for you to probably do that, actually, because I think it would be better if somebody gave it a push.
Okay.
I'll just say
I'll
that.
just be in the back then.
Okay. You'll do the old sled, you'll give it
Yeah.
a shove and then get on.
Yeah.
And Ace, you'll be cozy up between these two.
Can I ask a question for Ace? Does he know that gods exist? Can he pray to the gods?
People do
I
believe in
mean,
them.
I'm assuming he knows the concept.
Yeah.
I pray to
Well, whether
whatever
he
god that's
believes.
available to, like,
Whoever's out
on
there.
duty,
Yeah.
Whoever's on duty.
that's
man.
not evil.
Whoever picks up this signal.
Who's the manager on duty, please?
Who doesn't want to, like, is a jerk and wants to murder me and everything like that.
Well,
I'm in danger.
alright. But you get on anyways?
Yes, I'm in danger.
Okay. Are you going to bring up your shield prior to going down?
Yes.
Okay. You're going to give it a push?
Yeah.
Real quick, just give me a strength check, because I just want to see how hard you push it.
Natural 20. He's a sound.
That just plus your strength, sure.
10.
10? Okay, yeah. A good, normal person push.
If, it had been, if I were DM and it was below 10, I would have been like, you push and you don't get it to go down the stairs. So you have to do it again.
Well, you can get it down the stairs. It makes a noise when you push it, but you push and get on. And you proceed to ride
The artifact.
the artifact down the steps. The first couple steps are solid. The rest of the steps are wooden, similar to the stairs in this house.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you've got to as you slide down into the darkness. Fish, as you're moving down,
Can you imagine if a horror movie actually went like this?
I've got my glowing
you've
shield.
got your glowing shield and you can see in front of you. You slam and hit the ground. Directly in front of you, there isn't much. There seems to be a workbench in the room, and immediately to your left, on the other side of the room, is the figure who's standing with his back to you at a work table.
I assume he
imagining-
turns and looks.
Yeah.
I'm imagining the scenario
You-
of like a horror movie, but there's like zombies on the stairway, and you just go right in front of them.
As you radically slam down to the ground, he straightens his back and begins to slowly turn towards you. Did you want to take an action prior to him? Like, you said that you wanted to shoot him, but I don't know if you want to do that or if you want to see how he reacts.
Actually, when we next saw him, I was going to say... I was going to say... One chance to talk.
I'm gonna get mine ready.
He just immediately starts walking towards you. We're going to end this episode here. When we come back, we'll deal with initiative and everything like that.
Yeah. Also,
I'm
if
in
you
danger.
enjoyed this episode, tell your friends.
Are you recording?
We don't.
Yes.
We don't, pay for anything to like advertise or whatever. And word of mouth is the best advertisement. So if you enjoyed this episode, recommend us to your friends and such.
Indeed, do all the thingies that you do.
Yeah, do all
And
Yes,
the
the
we
internet.
appreciate you guys listening.
Yep, we do. And to make things easier, we have an Instagram with the whole link tree in the bio.
Yes.